Hey everybody, Mr. Mitchell here. I'm going to go over a really quick how to clean your clarinet or saxophone mouthpieces. What you're going to need is you're going to need your mouthpiece, maybe some dish soap or some hand soap, and you're also going to need one of these cool handy dandy cleaning brushes. It could look like this, or it could look like, it doesn't have to be multicolored, it could be whatever color. And you need obviously a sink and running water and maybe a couple of paper towels. Okay? The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your water is at the right temperature. Okay? So when I do this, I want to make sure that the water is at about a warm temperature. Lukewarm basically just means warm to the touch. So if it's too hot, the water will kind of warp the mouthpiece because most of these mouthpieces are made out of plastic or a composite of that type. So if you get the water really hot, it's going to change the inside of the mouthpiece, and it can also hurt the cork. So you want to make sure that for clarinet mouthpieces, bass clarinet, E-flat clarinet, that type of stuff, that you want to keep the water away from the cork. If you do get water on the cork, then just wipe it off as quickly as possible. Okay, so I'm going to check to make sure my water is at the right temperature. That's a little hot, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. That's definitely better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mouthpiece, get my mouthpiece wet here. Notice how I'm holding it down like this so that the water doesn't go to the cork. Okay, I get all the water around there. And what I can also do is I can also turn it this way and have the water go into the tip opening of the clarinet mouthpiece so that it doesn't get on the cork either. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll take some dish soap, or in this case I have some hand soap, so I'm going to lather it around here. Okay, make sure it gets inside there like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to push it through the mouthpiece and do this, maybe about 5 to 6 times or maybe even more. Okay? Every time you push it through, you want to rinse off all the gunk off of there and go through the other side too as well. Okay, rinse it off. Then once you feel like that's done, then you can wash off the mouthpiece, wash off the excess water of the mouthpiece. Again, you want to be sure that you're trying your best to not get the cork wet. Again, if you do get the cork wet, then dry it off as quickly as possible. Notice how I'm trying to not get the cork wet here. Okay, then wipe this off as quickly as possible if you get the cork wet. Wet cork will also warp, just like the inside of the mouthpiece. So you want to make sure that you dry out the cork very well. Okay, wipe off the outside of the clarinet mouthpiece, and then you can even fold the paper towel a little bit to wipe out the inside of the clarinet mouthpiece in both directions. Okay, so that's our clarinet mouthpiece. With the saxophone mouthpieces, this doesn't matter if it's alto saxophone, tenor saxophone, bass saxophone, soprano saxophone. All of the saxophone mouthpieces don't have cork on them, so we can actually get the whole thing wet. You want to make sure, again, that your water isn't too warm. So mine's still at a warm. Get some more of my hand soap, dish soap, whatever you've got at home. Okay, cover it all in soap, and then take your brush and scrub it out. Scrub out both sides, both ends of the mouthpiece. Rinse that off, do this a couple times. And then rinse off both the mouthpiece, the inside of the mouthpiece. And then once you're done, take a paper towel, dry this guy off, both on the outside and the inside. After that, you are done. So, Basically, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you wash that mouthpiece at least once a week. If you don't clean it once a week, that can really spread germs, not only to yourself, but if other people play it, then you can get germs spread to them. And in this time of germination, we want to make sure that we keep everything clean and we keep our hands washed and keep everything nice and clean for our instruments. Okay, hope this was helpful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, well, that's your opinion, and feel free to give it a thumbs down. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you like these videos, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you later.